Welcome back to the channel. That is W.K.R.H 12 Productions. I'm Keith. Continuing our what we call our backlog of all the customized and new and purchased vehicles that we've had throughout the month of November, December, and November, December, and January. So I had to get the months right. Now we finished with part 1 of the backlog, and we're going through part 2 of the backlog. Right now, it's just 2 parts because I think even though I have a lot of vehicles to show you, most of them are in multiples. So are multiple vehicles of the same unit. So we should be able to, skirt by hopefully in about an hour. It won't take up too much of your time, but just about an hour to help, just to help things out and try to speed things along and try to get it done within an hour. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm shooting for in this video, and try to squeeze this backlog into 2 parts so we can get it over with. We can clear everything out, and we can begin 2023 anew a month later, pretty much, because we're in the month of February as we speak. So before we begin, I wanted to let you know, in the first video, in part 1 of the video, I couldn't figure out what the name of this unit was, this EMS unit, and it's the 2019 Dodge Durango casting, green light casting, and this is from the West Deer Township Fire Department, fire company. Now it's in Gibsonia, Pennsylvania. So that's pretty. This is the EMS. This is the EMS responder unit. So volunteer fire company / responder unit, because it's also an EMS vehicle with the little logo on the front side as well. But there's also a fire unit that can respond to both fire and EMS units. A good portion of the units are doing that anyway, and they're kind of grouped together to volunteer firefighters that do know EMS, or both EMS one job, firefighters in the other job. You kind of get the idea, but they definitely work together. EMS, fire departments, some of the units work together as one. And this is once again, this is the West Deer Township Volunteer Fire Company 290 command. This command vehicle of Gibsonia, Pennsylvania. First responders, coming from the First Responders Series 1 group, and definitely from a green light casting of the 2019 Dodge Durango. That's what I wanted to show you. I told you we was going to get some answers on this, and thank you. And we basically got that through a website that we order these vehicles from. So and we have that website open now, just in case we run across a vehicle or something that I'm not exactly sure of and can't name it for you. We'll definitely have the answer, hopefully before the end of the video. But that's what I wanted to show you of that vehicle. And we're not going to take up too much of the time of that, but this already have, kind of, in a way. But let's begin with part 2 of the purchase and customized vehicles that we have established throughout the month of November, December, and January. Here's the green light casting of the Ford Police Interceptor utility that we customized into the New York State Police. We did the decals ourselves because we like the name Trooper on the front. Anyway, this is a gold stripe that goes across from the front to the back, and with the New York Police logo over it. We kind of we kind of designed it where we could fit over the door handles of this vehicle. Definitely good. When we got this casting, we got the casting with the light bar and the push bar already installed. And we bought this earlier. We bought this almost a year ago, but we managed to use this casting and make it into a unit. I think this is a Black Bandit unit. I'm not sure because we also bought some blank castings as well. We did the back here, decorated with the police state police unit on it. A couple of lines that we designed for the for the back of the vehicle. Nicely done. Nicely done. And got the other one the same way. Not too much to say about this vehicle. This has been I can't say it's a simple build because you got to work the decals around the door handles, which has been an issue for most of the people that have customized, trying to install the decals on this vehicle. But definitely something to behold. But a little bit of micro set to set it in, and then let it dry a little bit just to put some micro sole on it, on the door handles. It'll hug those doors, and just on the door handle. Don't put it on the entire decal, just on the door handles. And that's what you got to emphasize. The micro sole, just put the dab of micro sole over the door handles. Boom, it'll hug those door handles, and you can smooth out the rest with the micro set, and smooth that out, and then be able to let the micro sole hug around the areas that you dabbed on the door handles on each side. Nicely done. And that's what we got to emphasize. That micro sole is some wicked stuff, and you got to use it. You just don't have to use too much of it. Just dab it, and then dab it around the areas that you have in the area that you need to go over, like the humps, door handles, rough spots, contours, this, that, and the other, just to make it work, and fit better. And then once it dries, then you can seal it with a clear coat. But in the front, we did good here. Nothing too fancy. It's already been decorated because this is one of those previous castings. Nicely done all the way around. New York State Police. Green light casting and everything else, among others. This is another vehicle that we decorated and customized. The Huntersville, North Carolina Police Department. I have a friend of ours that live in Huntersville, in North Carolina, and we occasionally went by their house, watched some football games, talk a lot, reminisce about some stuff, because we've been friends for quite a while. But this is the police department of the for Huntersville, North Carolina, and it's in a Hot Wheels casting, and we customized it a little much more. It used to be a Gotham City Police Department, I guess, coming off the 5-pack, coming off the Batman 5-pack, and then we cleaned it up. Took the tampons off, cleaned it up, put a light bar on the top, and put the push bar on the front. The decals from Huntersville Police Department came from Cardinal Police Diecast. Thank you, sir, and thank you, gentlemen. They did a great job with that. And then make it the size to fit and contour this beautiful vehicle. They make it into a beautiful vehicle right here. We decorated we detailed all the back. You can see here, detailed the back. Police. Got the flag on the left of the bumper, the unit number on the right of the bumper. Underneath the bumper is the web address of the unit. HuntersvillePD.org. On the other side, everything's good to go. This laid out this was set out and installed very, very good. Also has the inscription on the lower rear side of each side of the vehicle. Also have the accreditation thing on the stripe, 911 on the stripe, Huntersville on the stripe, as well as the badge on the stripe, and police outside the stripe. Not bad. I love this thing. And then it has police on the front and the back. On the front, on top of the hood. Nicely done. And then we detailed it from the push bar and the light details with the chrome pin. And Just the way we went about detailing it, just fantastic. We're planning on making a fleet of these. This is the only one we've made so far of the Huntersville Police, but we're planning on making a fleet of these. Maybe another Dodge Charger similar to this one, and we might do one on a Dodge Durango Matchbox vehicle, just to see how that comes out. We're eager to get that done when that time comes. Another unit. Next unit up is the the Dodge SRT Viper of the Kansas State Highway Patrol. Nicely done. Has a kept the wheels, painted it, cleaned it up, stripped it, cleaned it up, painted it different color, and actually put the logo on it because the logo actually fits. And the Kansas State Police logo actually fit. We put one on there, and we just decorated the rest of it and made it into a police car. Slick top police car casting. This is a Hot Wheels casting. Slick top. Kept it a slick top. Put some detailed lights in the visor lights. Detailed the visor lights with the Sharpie. And there are some decals like State Trooper on the front. Detailed the lights in the front and the back, and on the spoiler. Nicely done. Also detailed the side, little dab in the side, and put a light, put a light on there. Detail the light on that too. Nicely done. A little bit on this spoiler as well. Detailed the spoiler and detailed the lights on the back. Excuse me. And then just let that go. It just fit well. Sporty enough, maybe not sporty enough to be a police car, but sporty enough to get there to be a police car, and it looks good. The Kansas State Highway Patrol Dodge Viper SRT. And also the Kansas State Highway Patrol, we have the Mustang. This is a 2015 custom Mustang, or excuse me, 2018 custom Mustang GT. Right casting, wrong year. This is made by Hot Wheels. Stripped it, cleaned it up, painted it to this color, and the wheels look good. The wheels look decent enough, but definitely decent enough. And we kind of did a wheel swap on this because it had one brand, it had one set of tires white, one set of tires dark, and we didn't like that, so we just took it. We just swapped the wheels with another Mustang to avoid having to cut, size, trim, and everything else. We actually happened to find some wheels because we have a lot of Mustang castings. This is a slick top as well, and we detailed the visor lights with the visor lights with the Sharpie. As you can see there, we detailed the front of the grill with a chrome pin and detailed the lights with a chrome pin as well. Nicely done. You can tell we did a little stripe action on the light detail action on the headlights. Man, we did a very good job with that. That came out better than I thought it would. Because we used the chrome pin, and the chrome pin is not very, even at the finest tip of the chrome pin, it's not very accurate, but we did use a chrome pin. And some use a toothpick, just make a dab of, just put a dab of puddle, dab a puddle on the sheet of paper or on a, small paint tray, and they just use a toothpick, and then they mark on the thing. That's also an excellent idea to get the details, especially headlight details, as accurate as possible. We also put the decals on there. Detailed that. Like I said, kept it a slick top. And we detailed the spoiler, detailed the lights on the spoiler. Put a flag in the back. Had state trooper on the back of the vehicle as well. Everything's nicely done. And we did a wheel swap. Here's the one without the white rims. Same vehicle. We just swapped the wheels off so they could be evenly matched, you know, front and back. Nicely done. Next unit up. And this is a this is a unlicensed vehicle, but we made one of a particular unit that we also adore and kind of made for it. Yeah, kind of made a unit for it. This is the city of Saluda, North Carolina, and this is their town police unit. This is in a Hot Wheels Grand Cross casting, so it's an unlicensed casting. But I felt this was perfect because the Saluda, North Carolina has a lot of hills and mountains, and this is the vehicle that can actually take on the hills and the mountains that they have in their area to get to wherever they have to go to get to their destination a little bit quicker, to get to their calls a little bit quicker. That's the idea we had in mind. Definitely have to their police vehicles. They do have police vehicles, which is Dodge Chargers in real life, but they are unmarked. We marked these up just to give you an idea and give me an idea of keeping track on how to keep track of them, because they're unmarked. I have a hard time keeping track of them on my spreadsheet. But on this one, we put we created decals and put it on there on the vehicle. Nicely done. We had a lot of custom requests for Saluda Police Department in some way, shape, or form, and we've been able to do that. We've been able to deliver. Nicely done. So we just put one on an unlicensed vehicle, and we'll see if this sells or not. But anyway, we put police on the back, detailed the back of the vehicle. Since it's an unlicensed vehicle, we had the liberty of decorating the tail lights any way we wanted to. Kind of made it similar to a Dodge Charger. Put police in the back underneath the vehicle, underneath the lights, as well as the license plate right underneath the police in the back, and kept it a slick top. So we detailed the visor lights on the front and the back, and kept it, it has 911 on the rear side, and it has police on, of course, on the back, but as well as on the front on the top of the hood. And then the lights are detailed as well. It's a nice casting. We tinted the windows, of course, because who wants to see the law enforcement in the slick top? No doubt about it. But anyway, that is also, their real vehicles are slick tops as well, if I'm not mistaken. But definitely unmarked. We marked these up just to show you it can be done. They were able to detail even the unmarked vehicles, unlicensed vehicles as well. We made 2 of these for your viewing pleasure. Nicely done. The Grand Cross. We say GM made this. Generally me. That's what GM stands for. Generally me. That's who made it. Those are customized castings there. This one's a purchase casting. Let me lift this up for you and look at this. This is a green light casting of the Iowa State Patrol, a 1987 Chevy Capri. Nicely done. Recently purchased. When we did a backlog of these vehicles, we had no particular order. You might have had something that was due You know, we probably had a January casting that we showed, you know, that we thought might be in December, but it wound up being a January cast in a January tray. We had no particular order, so we just showing you all this as we go along on two-part videos. So there you go here. It's the Iowa State Patrol. Not much to show. It just has the Iowa State Patrol logo on each side of the front and back driver and passenger side doors. On the front passenger driver side doors. With just the headlights showing. Has a light bar on the top, red light bar. Nicely done. I like the design of this Impala. I'm not of the, you know, definitely of this this era's Impala, but not the previous Impala and Capris that had girdles on the in the rear wheel well. Didn't like those designs, but we bought them anyway because they were just part of the collection. Has State Trooper in the back. Did have enough space to put a State Trooper in the back. Some units back in that era, some units just didn't even have that. They just had the design on the sides, and that was it. Didn't worry about too much on the decals on the front or the back. Has the license plate that was already built in, nicely done, and very well detailed. The green light casting of the 1987 Chevy Impala, right here for your viewing pleasure. Continuing on, we have another green light casting, a 1995 Jeep Cherokee of the North Carolina State Highway Patrol. This is a purchase casting as well, and I think it came in that set as well, you know, along with the Iowa State Patrol, and that's why we was able to get a good grab of it. Light bar on the top, and nicely done all the way around. North Carolina State Highway Patrol never really had a need for a push bar at this point, and they didn't use that on a lot of vehicles. So, and this is an early model, so they didn't exactly think about push bars before then. But nicely done. Black stripe with the North Carolina State Trooper and the logo, with the State Trooper sandwiching the logo, and it's on both sides of the front door, or the front driver and passenger side doors on each side. Nicely done. Let's show you what the back looks like right quick. Has State Trooper in the back. And you got Jeep, and got the Jeep name and everything else. Has the license plate. Nicely done. Nicely detailed on the lights by green light. And a nicely done vehicle. Rolls like a dream. And I wouldn't rolls like a dream. And I wouldn't want it any better. You know, one any better. And couldn't have done it any better. Nicely done. Also from North Carolina State Highway Patrol, this is a green light Ford Mustang. Nicely done. Their vehicles back then was black or gray. This is a black Mustang with a two-tone color. It had the silver on the top. Nicely done. And then silver stripe with the North Carolina State Trooper. The State Trooper sandwiching the crest, their unit crest, and on each side of the doors. And the center on each side of the doors. Nicely done. And the silver stripe is a wide base silver stripe that goes from one end of the vehicle to the other, front to the back. It's a slick top vehicle, so we gave it as a purchase vehicle, and it's a slick top vehicle, so we maintained that status and just did details on the visor lights. That's it. On the front, I'm sure it opens up. Yeah, there you go. Look at that engine in all its glory. I have to kind of tilt it one side or another to kind of get you the bad lighting there. But this is a much better lighting when you get the opportunity to see the engine. Some parts of it anyway. If you have this vehicle, you know. And kept it a slick top. Love the wheels. Love everything about this vehicle. That's kind of why we purchased it. Well, we only purchased one. I think it came, I don't know where this came from. This came from another set. Somewhere. It came from another set, but we did order it from the same website. Has State Trooper in the back. Adjacent to the keyhole or the oval of the Mustang. Has the license plate right underneath the State Trooper. In between the, just kind of center mass with the lights. Nicely done. Yeah, it was the Ford oval. Oh well, the keyhole of it too, but it definitely has the Highway Patrol license plate in the back as well. This is nice. It may actually go on patrol with their, with the rest of the regular current units that they have now. Also a purchase unit. This is the Wyoming State Highway Patrol Mustang SSP. I believe that's what it is. This 1994 Mustang, and a two-tone color of the Wyoming State Highway Patrol. I want to say Miami State, but Wyoming State Highway Patrol. This is their previous design, where they just used the oval and just centered it within the vehicle. On each side of the doors. Have one on each side of the doors. Has a light bar, which is red and blue. Nicely done. Love the wheels on this thing. Hood, I'm sure, opens up as well. Yeah. Nice. And then there's Highway Patrol on the back. There you go. Has the unit number on there as well, which does not match the top. And that's only, don't worry about the top, the number on the top, that's for inventory purposes. And it doesn't match the unit number that you see on the vehicle. But nicely done all the way around. Two-tone color, white on the top and on the very top, and then black all the way around. And got a little chrome in the middle of the wheelbase. I love the wheels the way it is. We didn't do that. This has been a purchase, and we didn't do anything to it. Nicely done. Doesn't need any work. I kind of like not having to work on these vehicles. They look good as they are. We did work on this vehicle, the Susquehanna Valley EMS vehicle. This is on a 2022 Chevy Silverado casting. They had these castings available as blanks, and we purchased them and made them into a unit, an EMS rescue / supervisor unit, I'm sure, or rescue, EMS unit. But nicely done. It's probably a fire department rescue unit, but it definitely has supervisor on the front, and definitely the decals, and then the decals that we installed by Cardinal Police Diecast, and we installed them on there. Now, nicely done on how they installed it, even though if you look at it hard enough, not too hard, but notice that the stripe, of course, didn't make it all the way across. However, nicely done on just putting that and then decorating around it with the accessory decals that I called, which consists of the unit number, the little things, the little knick-knack decals that we put around there, supervisor that we put around there for added bonus. That's part of the decals that we just put around there as well. Nicely done. Nicely done. Then we put a light bar on the top. Customized that. That's our customized light bar. Also with a light bar. And we just gussied up the rest of the we just gussied up and tailored the decals around the rest of this vehicle. Nicely done. There we go. Try to get a little bit of a zoom in without cutting it off. License plate. Nicely done all the way around. Susquehanna Valley, if I'm not mistaken, is in Pennsylvania. But we didn't get the web. We got the website for the blank castings of the Chevy Silverado with the hatchback on the back. But that came by itself. The decals came separately, and we installed it to put it together, become the supervisor unit. Nicely done. Can't tell you exactly when we did it, but between November and January, we did get it customized at that point in time. Nicely done. Nicely done. All right. What we gotta go on here? Yeah. Yeah. Next vehicle up is the University of Florida State. Well, Florida State University Police. This is in a blank casting, but this is a 2014 Police Interceptor Utility casting that we just, it had another unit on there, and we just converted it into this, we just refurbished it and made it into this unit, the Florida State University Police. Nicely done, and pretty good. Has a push bar, light bar on the top. We installed the decals made by Cardinal Police Decals. Thank you, gentlemen. They came out swell in this vehicle. Yeah. And then we gussied up the back. On the right hand side, it has police. It has the emergency 911 number on it. And then it has Florida State University on it. And then it has the unit number on the top left hand corner of the tailgate. Of the SUV tailgate. Nicely done. And then same on the other one. Has the arrow design on this. Nicely done. With the police on top of the arrow. Florida State University Police. Nicely done. Emergency 911 on that. Then it has the unit crest on it. Nicely done. Detailed a little bit of the push bar, but that was already detailed from the previous unit that we did. We just left it like it was. Nicely done on that in all its glory. The University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, their police department is here. Also in a green light casting, 2014 Police Interceptor Utility. With the light bar on top, push bar on the front, and a little swirl with the crest on top of the swirl on the side. And then it has police, University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill underneath. 911 on the back, on top of the swirl line. Nice design. We gave you the unit number. It has, kind of has UNC Police. Has the crest on the back on the left side, left hand side on the back. It has dial 911 as well. Has the well, the camera will not do it justice, but there is a website address underneath the door handle of the back, on the back here. giving you their their website address. And there you have it. The other side the same way. Has the ACELA, the Law Enforcement Agency Award. Nicely done. Nothing done in the front. This is also a previous unit that we refurbished into the University of North Carolina Chapel Hill Police. And the green light casting of the Police Interceptor Utility. 2014 version, I believe. Yes. I was just guessing the year, to be honest with you. Also from the university. Yeah. Also from the university. Only one of those, but this one was purchased. The others was customized. Cardinal Police diecast had the University of North Carolina Chapel Hill decals as well. Thank you, gentlemen. But this one was completely purchased from the university itself, the Iowa State University Police Interceptor Utility, and we was able to find out where to get these. We actually did a hunt for them when we found out when we discovered there was some available for us to purchase, and that's what we did. We purchased it, and this is the Iowa State University Police. Has the swirl on the red and white swirl across the vehicle from one end of the wheel well to the back, and then it has police on top of the design, as well as the crest next to it with the Iowa State University underneath. 911 in design on the back, right underneath the swirl. Dial 911. Has a light bar, has a push bar as well. This was nicely done. Iowa license plate on the back, and then police on the back underneath the license plate as well. Pretty simple in itself. License plate might serve as a unit number as well, but we'll see. Nicely done. Love the wheels, love the design. Not sure why it has a spot on the windshield on the side window. But it is on each side of the vehicle, each side of the rear window of the vehicle. And I know there's a reason for it. And if there is a reason for it, I probably, I can't make it out to see what it is. It's too small to tell and try to make out. But I'm sure if you live in Iowa, and definitely part of the police force of the Iowa State University Police, they know what it's for. And they'll probably tell me if they see this video. But it's a purchased vehicle that we bought from the university, from Iowa State University bookstore. Or gift store. I think it's mostly a bookstore there. And we made two, we purchased two, and if they don't have any of this, and a little tip, if they're sold out, try to go on Cardinal Police diecast. They definitely have they have these decals available for you to put on the casting. I don't know if they'll help. I don't know if they have the casting of this Police Interceptor Utility. But definitely has the decals for it. Definitely a nifty set of vehicles here from the Iowa State University Police Department. Police Interceptor Utility, green light casting. Next unit up is the California Highway Patrol and their vehicles. Chevy Tahoe green light casting, 2021 year, and this just came out, so go get it while you can. This is a nice unit. California Highway Patrol, of course, in their black and white two-tone glory that we all know and well, that we all know and love so well. I'll be honest with you. One has a white Has a little, color white on the top, two-tone color, white on the top, and white on the driver's side and passenger side door, with the California Highway Patrol design on it, on the white part of the doors, and it's black for the rest of the way around of the vehicle. Has the insignia on the side. It says safety, service, and security. And that's all they use. And then they have the number on the top, which is the unit number on the top. But we cover that up with the label tape. So, yeah, just for our inventory purposes. On the back, has Highway Patrol on the back, of course. Then the California Highway Patrol license plate. I don't know if it had a license plate on this one, because I think we put this one on there ourselves. But definitely had everything else. Highway Patrol. It has a light bar on the top, two light bars on the top, as a matter of fact. One in the rear, one in the rear, one in the front. Nicely done on that one. And a push bar on the front as well. But nicely done. Everything else is just not much design on the California Highway Patrols. Never really have been. Never really has been. But I tell you what, they're still good. They're still a legendary and a mean unit, and even much meaner with the, figuratively speaking, even much meaner with these Chevy Tahoes. 2021 Chevy Tahoe castings of the California Highway Patrol. We have many of these. Nah, we only have a couple of these. Have a few of these, but definitely more than two. But nicely done. Man, they look good. Okay, enough about these units. We got more to cover. We'll probably have these for your viewing pleasure. When I got an order, I also got an order of the, when I got an order of these, I managed to get one that had the Green Machine casting on it. Green Machine with the wheels. And that's when you have the green wheelbase on your vehicles. That's when you know it's green. Also, you'll know it's green because it's green on the base as well. Green Machine vehicle. It's kind of like a chase piece, a treasure hunt for the Hot Wheels, and a chase piece if you have Matchbox. This is kind of a chase piece for the green light version, green light, for the green light casting, and put Green Machines on it with the wheels. Nicely done. You can also buy these with the green wheels if you want. They're just a little bit more expensive. I think they're like $20 a pop for that. So, yeah. For us, we found it. For us, it was in the package when we got a set of a few. So, just wanted to show you that in that glory. All those was purchased castings of the California Highway Patrol. Next unit up is the Canadian unit. Durham Regional Police Department. This is a Chevy, this is a Chevy Silverado casting. 2018 Chevy Silverado casting right here of the Durham Regional Police. Sorry I had to pick it up and look at it. And hitting the camera while we were at it, but that's alright. I think y'all survived. It has a light bar on the top. And all types of designs on the side. Red stripe with the police on it. Also, blue stripe with the Durham Regional Police on top. Has the Canadian logo on the on the side right next to it, underneath the mirror. So nicely done. Like I say, a light bar on the top, police on the top of the hood, on backwards, just in case you're looking in the mirror. You'll see it right side up. Nicely done. And the stripe goes all the way across from the from one end of the front end of the vehicle to the rear. Has a light bar on the top, like I said, and then on the back it has police on it as well. Written red. Canadian red. Nicely done. Also has the website on the back, on the back underneath police, www.drps.ca, which means Canada. So I guess that means Canada. Org for our, if it was in the back, if it was in the States, but Canada, CA for Canada on this one. Nicely done. I just like the way this vehicle is dressed up to the nines, especially on this vehicle this size with a tow hitch. And it does have a tow hitch on the end to pull any trailers. We got plenty of trailers in our in our collection. Not ashamed to show you that. But this is a purchase casting, the 2018 Chevy Silverado green light casting, right here for your viewing pleasure. Next unit up, the Narv, this one's a ambulance EMS unit, supervisor unit, I'm sure. This is the Nazareth or Narrabeth ambulance special operations vehicle, 2020 Chevy Silverado casting with the hardback top on it, with the hard top on it. And this is a lot on this design as we go through it. Has a brown, yellow stripe and a checkered stripe, but the brown and the yellow stripe goes from the front and the back, across the front and the back to the vehicle. Has the logo on it. Narrabeth ambulance. It's a medic vehicle. The checker go from one end of the wheel well to the other. From the front end of the wheel well to the back of the vehicle. Has the written Narrabeth ambulance special operations on the hatchback. Has a light bar on it. Has a fancy light bar. Has a footprint light bar, I call it. I really do. Yeah. Or the triangle light bar. I'm not sure what they called them. I have to look that up and bring that to your attention on the future videos. Has Narrabeth on ambulance on the back. Has the chevron with the utility 313 on this utility vehicle, and the website www.narrabethambulance.org. License plate on the bottom. Narrabeth is in Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken. So, has that going on, and then on the, of course, the same thing on this other side. Nicely done. And on the front, we didn't do too much. We didn't do anything on this vehicle. But nicely done. All purchase, all like this, and all for his viewing pleasure. Nicely done. I like this vehicle. This is a good one. Not bad for a 2020 vehicle. Not bad at all. The top, the hatchback does come off. By the way, I usually, just put a dab of glue. I just usually put a dab of glue on the tip ends, and just sit it down there. It usually holds in place, and you can still pull it off if you need to take it off. But nicely done. That way it's clean. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it moving around on you. But if you need to pull it off, you can still pull it off. Oh, did I show you the Narrabeth? The two of them? Right quick, we'll just give you two of them. We'll just show you both of them. You then have both of them in his viewing glory. Right quick. Give you that glamour shot. There you go. Now, enough about this unit. Let's go with the next unit. Alright, this one, fire chief unit actually, and this is the Palm Beach County in Florida. This is the Palm Beach County Fire Rescue in Florida. Nicely done. This is done in a 2021 Chevy Tahoe, and this one is coming from the Hitch and Tow series. It's a green light casting. It definitely has the trailer for it, but we're actually working on the trailer, so we'll have that. Hopefully we'll have that up and running on future videos. But we do have the vehicle up and running, ready to go. The Palm Beach County has the stripe. It has a white, black stripe with the yellow trim on it, and they go from the wheel well. It goes across from the wheel well, front wheel well to the rear of the vehicle on the side. We installed the, we customized, this is a customized vehicle. We installed this to make this into this unit. We put a light bar on the top, with also with a light bar, and a 3D printed front push bar on the front. On the top has Battalion 10 on the windshield of the rear. We put a dabbed the chrome pin on the windshield to make it like a light side light on the side. Didn't do anything on the baseboards as far as lights is concerned, but we might go back into it and do that. Has a tow. This is a vehicle that was that when we purchased it already had the, like I said, it's from the Hitch and Tow series, or Tow and Hitch, however you want to look at it. But does have a tow, does have a hitch, tow hitch on the rear, as well as designs on the back. I'm gonna have to move this around. This is the only vehicle we have. It has Battalion 10 on the windshield on the left. It has the fire rescue on the stripe on the rear, on the bottom of the tailgate, right on top of the handle. And then it has the Florida license plate in the process. on the other side, just as similar. Nicely done all the way around. And then the trailer is good. The decals came from Police Decals and Deals. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. This look good. We had one designed for the dark colored vehicles, such as this one, and we had one for and we also purchased the decals, same unit, which has the light color vehicles, which goes over very light color vehicles, which like the trailer that's going to pull. So we're going to decorate both of them with the West Palm Beach, West Palm County or Palm Beach County design on the trailer that is going to pull, and it's going to be their utility vehicle, and that's how we're going to try to roll with that. Nicely done on the push bar. Did a little design with a chrome pin. 3D, the push bar was 3D printed, and everything else was detailed a little bit here and there, but mostly just decals graced this vehicle. Nicely done. Chevy Tahoe, green light casting, 2021. I think I did get the year right. I'm just guessing these years. So far, so good. 3 for 3, I think. Another Chevy Tahoe casting, green light Chevy Tahoe casting. This is a police unit, Whitestown Police, 2021 Chevy Tahoe casting. Nicely done. Has the Whitestown Police going across the doors. Also a black stripe going from one end of the wheel, front end of the wheel well across to the front rear part of the wheel well. As you can see, two black lines as well. So, and light bar on the top, which is not sure what color that is. It just says black on this one, so yeah, I'm sure it's just but it's a light bar on the top and a push bar on the front already decorated and already on this casting. This is a purchase casting. Also on the rear, that came with the push bar and the light bar. On the rear, it has the police on the back and has the website. It has the web address on it, www.whitestownpolice.org. And then the unit number on the very bottom underneath the tailgate. And then the rest of it, nicely done. Has 911, emergency 911 on each side of the rear, by the rear lights. And then the rest of it, it looks good. And then you see the push bar on the, the little design with the chrome pin with of the lights on with the chrome pin on the push bar. Nicely done. Nicely done. Let me get this back here so you can see multiple vehicles of the Whitestown Police. Nicely done. I'm not sure. Woo-hoo. We almost had to stop production. We're about to drop some stuff here. All right. Let's see. Let's keep our studio intact, shall we? There we go. There we go. Had some technical difficulties, but we're still running. Still running. Proud of you. Next. Well, almost finished. Almost at the finish line. Yay. This is the FBI Police. This is on a Dodge Charger green light casting. A 2012 Dodge Charger Pursuit casting here. Let's bring this baby up a little bit so you can get a good look at it. FBI Police with the blue stripe going across. FBI Police on top of that stripe with the badge right next to it. FBI on top of the pole part of the word of police. And then you have, and then 952. You can disregard that. We did put the unit number on that, but we kind of left it just like it was because this is coming off a previous unit that we refurbished into this unit, the FBI Police. Giving them all the cheap stuff, seems like. This one don't have FBI Police on it. I don't know if it fell off before we was able to put clear coat on it, or we didn't put one on there at all. I like to think we didn't put one on there at all. And it looks like that's what the case was. But if we show you this one, this one has the FBI Police that we need you to see. Try to come a little bit prepared. A little bit. So we made more than one, which is one of the reasons why we made more than one. So if we're missing something out of one vehicle, we should have it in another one. Nicely done. Has a light bar on the top. No push bar. But on the front, we did gussy it up a little bit with chrome pin to make it, to detail the lights on the grill. Nicely done, and you get to see it in all its glory. Multiple units. We're making multiple units of the FBI Police because they're going to play a role in what we're doing here in Monroe County and other places around across the nation. They'll play a role. A big role. So stay tuned on how that role is going to come out. We'll see how that goes. But there you go, the Dodge Charger Pursuits. 2012 Dodge Charger Pursuits, which was refurbished into, which was a different unit. It was blank castings. It was then turned into one unit, and now it's been refurbished to become the FBI Police. Nicely done. And last but not least, we also from the FBI police is this. Nicely done. This is a Matchbox casting sport SUV of the FBI police. It's a 2002 model. And I'm not sure if this is a licensed casting, which I don't think it is, but it definitely is something to behold, to convert it to become a unit, a particular unit, a previous unit that we refurbished into this unit of the FBI police. Nicely done. So, got the decals from Police Decals and Deals. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. This looked good. Yeah, and then we tailored it to put it on this vehicle. Has the white stripe, the FBI police, of course, on the on top of the stripe, and then you have the badge as well, right next to the FBI police. Nicely done and well detailed. We just had to tailor it a little bit to fit this vehicle, and we had a good success. It was still fun to do, a fun build to do. This is customized all the way. Now the white casting, the Dodge Charger Pursuit vehicles with the FBI designs on it was by Bill Bozo. Thank you, Mr. Bill. It came out tremendously well. But this one was written in white, printed in white ink to cater to this dark surface vehicle called Sport SUV, and had FBI police on the back, license plate on the back as well, and tailored design on the tailored design. Then we detailed the lights in the front and the back. Very, very well done. Light bar on the top and detailed lights on the grill, as well as on the headlights and the fog lights underneath the headlights. Nicely done. Tinted the windows while we detailed the heck out of it. Nicely done. And here we go with the two. Nicely done. There you have it. We have caught up, and now I can breathe easier and look forward to 2023 while I'm shelving these these vehicles that we customize and purchase. So we have caught up from 3 months of work. Yes, I have you to thank for that. Also, I have to thank the state police units videos that I was doing. State police units across the country. That took up a lot of time, more time than I thought. And I actually thought we was going to get to all this, get done with that in time and be able to sweep through these part videos and be done by the end of the year. Yeah. And then work happened and life happened, and then everything else happened, and then every time I could get around to it, just other things happened. Other things I had to do. Rabbit holes that I was in, I had to get out of, and then fell into another one. But you know how that goes. Life. Hey, but thank you for hanging in there. Thank you for watching our videos. Thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting our channel. W.K.R.H 12 Productions. I'm Keith. Y'all have a great time in whatever you're doing. And thank you for watching our videos, and thank you for your support. We'll see you on the next one.